This Big East, SEC, and Big Ten edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is net live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Head over to store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com and use promo code MADNESS for 10% off orders of $40 or more.
This is Jim Mora, and you're listening to SGPN. Let her ride.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Happy franchise tag day, Sean.
Oh, have we gotten any announcements regarding the New York Giants?
I've been head in the sand. Couldn't tell you.
Wow. Okay.
I'm laser focused over here on one thing and one thing only: college basketball.
Joining us here to talk college basketball, the artist formerly known as the Dantabase, Colby Dant. What's up, Colby?
Just been enjoying all the fun. Just been enjoying all these games, picking winners, sweating out. I'm not hedging on Wilmington tonight.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Plus, what is that? Plus, what was that one? Plus 11.
All right. Anyway, enough about college basketball. Colby was hobbling around this morning, and he mentioned that he played tennis this morning. So
I've been getting into tennis.
I said, stop talking right now.
I've been getting into tennis.
Okay.
I'm in my 40s. There's no more sports out there to play that are fun.
Basketball, golf.
You don't strike.
I still play some basketball.
You don't
I still
strike
play
me
some
as a tennis guy.
Golf is not a sport. So next. It's a leisure. That's a leisure activity. Anytime you can have margaritas, and it just doesn't.
That can
count.
also apply to baseball.
Right?
I feel like if you can have a giant wad of dip in while playing the game at the high,
or Doc Ellis,
yeah, tripping your balls off. So you were out there hitting the courts.
I've done it 2 days in a row. Just today, had a little swing with the back that I felt a little ouch.
Goldie's coming in with tennis elbow.
Yeah,
An ouch. Okay.
got a little Ewing going on.
Okay.
Some saying
There's gonna be giant. Wait,
Casey Ewing.
Does that mean you're sweating all over the
no,
studio?
Yeah, Ewing is just I mean that works for that too, but it's just
Do you just put
aging.
do you just put your quarter on the side of the court and you're playing pickup, or
Oh, no,
you have
dude,
a tennis partner? I need.
my wife, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Now this is starting
Yeah.
to come together.
Yeah, buddy.
Do you put the sweater?
I live right by the beach, so we have tennis courts out there.
Well, and Colby was telling me before.
Why not
the show,
pickleball?
Colby, he said he fires up a sword vitality, gives him that stamina he needs to go one-on-one on the court.
I got great dexterity, Sean.
It helps with the forearm right here, right? The single-handed forearm. It works better when you got a little sword vitality pumping through, coursing through your veins.
But that's the thing though, is I do play basketball sometimes over in Venice Beach, and you really
White man can't jump style, Colby.
Oh yeah, I'll get over there and play some ball, but that's one that's tricky because if it's a really windy day. Then you just do layups. It's just a layup game. You got to get it gets a little. It's like the 1980s Big East. Like you just have to just foul your way to a win. You know
so
what
Colby,
I mean?
are you playing tennis and not pickleball because of just the pure you like things that are older?
No, I just have never
new?
played pickleball in my life. So
It's just a smaller court. Maybe it would help with not having these backs.
My boy, Dr. Phil, is a huge pickleball guy.
Anyway,
hey, we're here to talk college basketball. Oh man,
sorry, Sean. Tennis Gambling Podcast. If you want tennis.
Check them out. Ryan, can we get updated records because the heater continues on our college basketball picks episodes? We've been dominating the conference tournaments. Hopefully, you're heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet where you can bet big, win even bigger. If you haven't gotten the $100. Bet 100, get 100. You are missing out. State restrictions apply, of course. But again, so many ways to win. March Madness is here. What are you doing? NBA, NHL, even the Extreme Football League. And of course, if you hit the longest parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. All this and more. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change, terms, conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older. President's Day reflect your WynnBet is available. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
All right, I was kind of feeling the music.
Oh, okay.
We're getting deeper into March here. It is now Tuesday, March 7th. We're talking about tournaments that will be starting. And shout out to the guy who reached out to me to tell me I say tournament wrong because I'm from New Jersey. We'll be talking about tourneys that start on Wednesday, March 8th. Again, they like so many 16 start today, Tuesday through Thursday. So it's happening. And I think I think as I continue to see every year, you're going to see more and more strategery around which conferences want to have that last weekend to themselves and which want to end early so they get their players maybe a couple extra days rest.
Well, yesterday though they kind of failed us, the college basketball world. Because
tell us about it.
It did go 3-0.
No, we did good on picks, but I'm saying like if they just had any organization, you would have played the games all day instead of putting every conference championship on at once.
Yeah, they had what time was that Gonzaga game? I feel like it tipped off at like 11:30 East Coast time or something crazy.
But
they don't care about the East Coast.
Yesterday you had the games that started off. You had like Wilmington Hofstra going at the same time as Northern Kentucky Youngstown and going at like
you think
Chattanooga Furman. You're like, dude, just spread. You had no daytime morning games, so if you just get anyone in charge that knows what the fuck they're doing, and say, hey, guess what we can do? We could play all of these in a row.
You don't think these small conferences are talking to one another, sending the carrier pigeon, say, hey, take the day. Of course not.
Call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE for Pick Dundee to be commissioner of college athletics.
No, it's not that. We need a czar of college entertainment. Maybe. You know what I mean? Because
I can provide you that one too.
Cousin Mush is in the chat. He said the game tipped off at 11:54. I was late for work.
I mean,
#Legends only.
I will say there does seem to be a divide. Some conferences spread the games out all day. Some conferences they're just like, well, you know what? We'll just make them all at the same time here at night.
No, but you run into this problem where like college basketball and college football, it could be so much more marketable if they just put their fucking heads together.
Well, I mean, and yet you hate that that's where we're going with the control of Fox and ESPN over the major college football markets.
Yes, I do hate that.
I know, but that's also
they'll at least be able to provide some organization.
But just through that conference, they're still going to be competing with the other conference. You know what I mean?
No, but eventually it won't matter.
You need someone in charge of the whole entire sport.
But you hear the ridiculousness that you hate the NCAA. That's what they were. That was someone at some point saying, you know what we need someone to control everything.
But they were never
the
in
NCAA
charge
came around.
No, because each conference has their TV contract.
But that's
so
what they were. But that's what they were for. So it's not happening now. We just need the TV networks to control everything, so Colby can have games all day long. It just makes every day.
I feel like
we're gonna clip this, Sean,
because
you
were trying to make the sport more marketable, which I guess in a way would probably make the sport worse because I feel like with the more money that comes in, you see just it becomes kind of corporate and nonsense. Well, you next thing you know they're doing timeouts like the NBA.
$1.3 trillion.
Let's talk about the
we're getting there, and I love but that I'm gonna clip that because that was Colby arguing for the NCAA to exist. Big East, classic, heading to the Garden. Big East still. I have memories as a young person attending the Garden and just all day. Like this was back, Colby, where they didn't really care about TV, and they would have like six. I want to say there were 6 games. Like your ticket was good for 6 games at the Garden all day long. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people for the early games. So fun time to be there. From the bottom to the top, my childhood team, the Georgetown Hoyas. Oh, Patrick Ewing needs to be taken out,
still alive,
to the farm and put down. Well, still alive in the same sense that most teams are still alive at this point in the season.
Will he be allowed into Madison Square Garden?
You know what? That was pretty great.
The security
when they wouldn't let him in.
Colby, you know who else is still alive? As we record this, Louisville. So not saying a lot.
And Florida State, who's up 9 on Georgia Tech currently.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. So DePaul and Georgetown, the 10 and 11 seed, they're 1,000 to 1. So have fun with that. Doesn't fit the 350 to 1 system. 800 to 1 is Butler. It seems very random. Wanted to make them better than DePaul and Georgetown, but just still really hard.
We can't have that liability at 1,000 to 1.
It means they took a couple bets. That's all it means. St. John's, the 8 seed, 60 to 1, 50 to 1 for Seton Hall, the 7 seed. By the way, the fact that you still can't bet on New Jersey colleges in New Jersey is fucking hilarious. Like, get your shit together, guys. Providence, the 5 seed, 15 to 1. Villanova, Sean, the 6 seed, getting a little steam here, 10 to 1. You know, Providence would play one less game than Villanova, and the odd disparity is still that's
well.
insane.
They start, but it's because of the bracket. Like Providence starts off with UConn. Villanova, it does play an extra game, but that extra game is against Georgetown.
True, but it's not an automatic win. They'll still be favored by points. I think what we're saying about 11, so minus thousands. All right, Xavier, the 2 seed, 550. Interesting price there.
And Xavier, by the way, Zach Fremantle, who tried to play the other night or tried to practice before the game.
No, he's not.
He's now out for the year.
Damn.
Creighton,
that's huge for Xavier.
Creighton, the 3 seed, longest travelers here. 3 to 1 along with Marquette, the 1 seed, and UConn getting a little bit of love here as the 2 seed. I wouldn't, if you pull up the bracket, I wouldn't say that they have the easiest path.
Cousin Motion in the chat saying, bet your entire pool money on UConn money line.
Well, they'll have the home crowd probably, right? Out of any of these, St. John's
I think
and UConn.
I think Providence could get some fans in attendance. You think there's going to be a little Providence contingency?
I don't know.
I mean, I think your best bet is like for actual programs having the crowd show up and influence the crowd in one of these first round games. UConn, Seton Hall, Villanova. Low key Xavier or Creighton, I think will show up well. But I think UConn will have the crowd versus Providence.
I mean,
sure.
obviously UConn makes sense, but at 2 to 1, I don't know.
I don't think they're the clear home team here though.
Well, at 2 to 1, I don't think they have enough
by a little bit, maybe.
I don't know. 2 to 1 seems a little bit crazy for me.
I just think the fact that UConn would have to beat Providence and have to beat Marquette before facing whoever they would face from the other side. That's a really difficult. That's more difficult than any other path that I can see for teams that. I mean, you can even argue
for UConn. You're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying UConn has a very difficult path.
Huh.
You think it's an easy path?
I'm gonna say
I think the harder path will be in the south side of the bracket. Mainly,
that's why the odds agree with you.
Well, look, Marquette's played great all year, but let's be honest, they are an incredibly young team. So if there was one team to me that would probably not be on par with their ranking or their seeding, it'd probably be Marquette because of their youth. But I've thought that all year, and they've made me look like a fool. So. UConn, Providence, Xavier, Creighton, all experienced teams. Even Nova, now that Justin Moore's back, a little more. They got some.
He's looking great too.
Yeah, I wish Nova was on the top side of the bracket. To tell you the truth.
I still think there's value at Villanova at 10 to 1. You got to lay up against Georgetown, get your shooting dialed in. Then you play a Creighton team that you just beat.
That's the toughest one though. I feel like.
Yeah,
I'd rather play Xavier with no Fremantle than Creighton.
That's true. Yeah. Well, maybe they might have to beat Xavier with no Fremantle.
Creighton is the chalk that I would eat in this conference.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not touching any chalk. I'm gonna go Villanova 10 to 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nova and Creighton.
You're out on Cooley this year, huh? Just doesn't have it.
I think UConn's a tough match in the first matchup, and
I do like Providence as well, but I wonder. I'm going to give it out at 15 to 1, but definitely crunch the numbers on the mechanical parlay because they're starting out as a. I mean, I don't know if the money line's out yet, but they're a 7-point dog against UConn. I mean, you're looking at what would that be money line, Ryan? Like plus 250.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So mechanical parlay here, you would have. I mean, if they're. I mean, 250 and 250 are already bumping up against that price. If they're catching 7 next round too. So I mean, assuming they have to beat, I actually think that price is horrible. Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take a long shot, and I don't know, like maybe you sprinkle Butler. Butler beat St. John's the last time they played. You got to remember Butler's been injured.
I was
going to
ask you about St. John's,
but even Butler right now, it's tough to take them because I'm looking at their injury report right now, and they have 4 game time decisions, and they're all pretty good players: Manny Bates, Ali, John Michael Malloy, and DJ Hughes. But I'm just saying that Butler played Marquette tough in Milwaukee the first matchup. So if Butler was to get by St. John's again, they would have Marquette, and then you would kind of hope if you're a Butler fan that Providence would beat UConn.
Anything with Seton Hall.
Sure, Shaheen Holloway. I mean, Xavier doesn't have Fremantle, so I could see them.
I think that's the way that I would play. Give me Creighton.
Seton Hall at 50-1 is interesting.
And then I'll throw a dart at Seton Hall. And then just to close so if they're plus 250 in each round.
So I'm the only one believing in Providence and Ed Cooley.
No. But here's why. I like your confidence, but if they're plus 250 in each game.
Yeah.
Which is that fair to assume they'll have a similar spread?
I'll put an asterisk next to the idea of the mechanical parlay, but I still want to be on record that I think Providence has a chance to win the Big East.
So at Colby, if they're playing Marquette, what's that spread? Probably about 6 or 7.
For Providence, Marquette, you're saying, I would say probably Marquette.
And if it's Providence, Xavier, or Creighton, it's at least 6 or 7, right?
Xavier's the one I'd be interested about. I don't know. Creighton, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's plus 250 3 times, that's like real mechanical parlay, like true odds. You're almost getting 42-1. So that you like value. We can turn your plus 1,500 into plus 4,200 pretty easily.
Here's why the Nova play is good is because I think the one team that really would fuck with Nova is UConn because of their height.
Yeah.
They're on the other side of the bracket. So Nova getting, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. You said you didn't like them playing on that side of the bracket, but I think in some ways it's a decent path because they had the confidence to beat Creighton.
Fair.
And then you might be paying, if Xavier advances, you're playing them without Fremantle, and then you're going up. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it makes sense for me to also take Nova, and then I'm sitting probably against. I'll have Seton Hall, Nova, and Creighton. I'm probably assuming Xavier doesn't do something fun. I'm locking up someone in the championship. So actually pencil me in for Nova too, Sean.
All right. So everyone's on Nova. You guys are on Creighton. I'm on Providence, but
I think
Cousin Bush is saying he sees a plus 1,900 for Providence.
Oh wow!
But either way, I think the mechanical parlay is the way to go.
Let's assume the mechanical parlay is 40-1. That's still obviously a better play. And you can exit before that championship game and put some of that money in your pocket, aka hedge. I'm just kidding. Don't be a
not a hedging.
All right,
show,
let's rattle through the first round real quick. Noon on the.
All right, if we're gonna be diving deep, hold on.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
No, we didn't.
Look, we're deep sea divers over here. You're snorkeling.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Preparing for deep dive.
YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Where did you find that?
It's a good question, Ryan.
The internet is awesome. All right.
This little place called Amazon. Give me a come on, Ryan. Give me a solo shot.
I'm enjoying the reference of you. Oh wow. To get.
Look, we're team deep divers over here. Did you get him a snorkel? How
do you think the Shady Rays will look with?
That's a great question. Why don't we just do the Shady Rays read right now?
I mean, honestly, if Shady Rays,
there's a chance I might break my Shady Rays. But the good thing is about
maybe the Shady Rays go on the inside.
Yeah, okay. Or you go on the outside.
Because when you're diving, you want to put everything, and also the diving mask. It does seem like it might leak a little bit. Oh, that's a pretty fire look.
It's an old school diving mask.
That is. I mean. I think I've seen a few people looking like that in Venice.
It's either Sean or Gold Dust Dick.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah,
hey,
you sound great.
Make sure you check out Shady Rays. Look at these. I mean, great. You want to talk about outdoor adventures? Look at these Shady Rays. Perfect for scuba diving, snowboarding, skiing. Obviously, going to be rocking these skiing. Again, they are the most insane protection in all eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by their lost and broken replacements. Again, maybe you break your scuba diving, not a problem. They got you covered. Again, you look good, you feel good. You look good. You pick good. If you don't love them, exchange it for a new pair within 30 days. No risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Call me Shady Sean. I'm loving these Shady Rays. Polarized frames are just badass. Exclusively for our listeners, go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code SGPN for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. Shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. That's shadyrays.com. Promo code SGPN.
I dare. If there's no chance Shady Rays has ever had someone do a read
wearing the scuba mask,
wearing a scuba mask, showing. I mean, the versatility from the slopes to the depths of the ocean. All right, let's rattle through this Big East. First round, Butler the 9 seed, St. John's the 8 seed. Projecting this one at -6 for St. John's.
Give me Butler.
Yeah, this feels a little high.
Winner, of
John's,
course,
right?
will take on the 1 seed Marquette. I'm with you. I know St. John's is the quote home team. I don't that won't be an issue here. The crowd. I don't know how lit the crowd will be at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Neither of these teams have finished strong. Both teams under 500 in their last 10 games. Butler has been good in tight games, 3-0 in games decided by 4 points or less. They split the series. 6 just feels like a ton, right?
Yeah.
And St. John's is comically one of those teams, number 1 in the country in tempo, but inefficient. So they're going to give you a bunch of opportunities, especially if you're a decent rebounding team.
Hell yeah, let's go St. John's. Let's go Butler. It's
finally occurred to me I don't have my headphones on.
Is that what's the problem? You can't get the headphones inside.
Deep sea diving.
Yeah, you can put it right here. Put it on this thing. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh,
maybe on the helmet, huh?
Oh wow, that it does look mysterious. It's an old school diving helmet too. It's Colby style.
Oh, he went old school on it. We consulted.
It's the kind
we consulted before we purchased.
Oh, I have no doubt. All right, so we're just
that looks pretty great.
We're just taking Butler.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this is going to be a decent game.
Just gift wrapping the St. John's, the Discord.
In what world does St. John's deserve to be laying this many points? I get maybe they have a little bit of the home court edge, but I don't know. 6 points is a lot.
Yeah, Butler makes their free throws. Maybe keeps it close. St. John's misses a couple down the stretch. Beautiful cover. College basketball in March. 2:30 Pacific time. We got DePaul, the 10 seed. Seton Hall, the 7 seed. This is, blowout potential. Colby?
Nope.
No.
Give me DePaul on the points. This was a close game last time they played. Seton Hall struggles to score the ball, which means it's kind of like betting on UVA minus the points. You don't really like to do that unless it's a very short number. With 8, give me the Blue Demons.
DePaul has been horrible in conference, though. 3-17. Seton Hall, to your point, Colby, number 1 in the Big East in defensive block rate. DePaul did lose twice to Seton Hall, right? Or no? Did they?
Yes.
Yeah, but look, this team, they lost at Marquette. DePaul did by 6. They lost to Butler by 1. They lost to St. John's in a couple close single digit games.
Seton Hall by 1 million.
I think Seton Hall's defense is going to carry him. I'm with Kramer. Seton Hall -8.
DePaul they've won twice this calendar year.
They don't have to win to cover the 8.
No, I know, but I'm saying they didn't shoot better than 45% from the field in either matchups against Seton Hall. To me, that makes the cover kind of easy. Your season is going to be over. You're not hitting your shots. You're not going to be fighting towards the end. So I like Seton Hall big here.
Love it.
Why are we? Oh no. Okay.
What's wrong? Is everything okay, Colby?
Yeah.
Georgetown, the 11 seed. They're taking on Nova, the 6 seed. 5 p.m. here on the West Coast. Nova laying a massive 11 points. You say there's no fight, Patrick Ewing. Say there's no fight in this Georgetown team.
We're gonna win the whole damn thing.
It happened 2 years ago. They thought he was gonna get fired. He wins the Big East tournament.
That was the worst thing that's happened to Georgetown basketball.
It really was.
They have so much money. How they're not better,
Yeah,
is absolutely phenomenal. I mean,
there's talk. Brad Stevens to Georgetown. Is it gonna happen?
ooh, like I don't. Doesn't he want to go back to Indiana or somewhere near there?
DC's closer than Boston.
All right.
Justin Moore is healthy, and they're just a different team since February 4th, 6-2 with wins over Creighton, Xavier.
I'm laying it.
I mean, it's a big number, but
Of course.
just imagine betting this game and then being on Georgetown.
Nope.
You're not going to enjoy that experience.
not doing
even
it.
like the last 2 games, if you watch Georgetown and the way they lost, I remember like they cut to Ewing and you could see him lipping that.
I mean,
I
again-
hate this fucking team. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's going to be the end of the Ewing era. It's going to be at the end of Georgetown's season. Like this game can really get away from them. I mean, they're 2-18 in the Big East.
yeah,
I mean, it would be hilarious if they won the Big East tournament.
they're talented enough to actually win some games in this fucking
You've
tournament.
been saying that
Well,
all year long.
They have a good roster. You look at the roster, you're like, if a good coach was there, that would be a tournament team with that roster.
So you're saying like maybe the power of the Garden could draw it out of
Maybe.
these young stars.
Maybe you
Oh.
know,
Are you suggesting we flip? Because I would
No,
imagine
I'm laying
Villanova will have a healthy crowd.
Nova
here,
looks
too,
really good, dude.
for this night game.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm laying it.
Who has the crowd in this one?
I mean, there's
It is Ewing.
Georgetown.
He's a legend in that
Georgetown
stadium. Yeah.
has done well historically against Villanova in the Big East tournament. I think if you're talking to yourself into the Villan and Georgetown, that's your angle. But I want no part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you took your diving mask off to come up to the surface and do some snorkeling because the only take here is that I'm not, like Sean said, you don't want to be sitting in a situation where you're watching Patrick Ewing and his long gangly legs sitting on the sideline looking sad. All right, let's head over to Thursday. We got the early game, 9 a.m. It's going to be the Butler St. John's winner taking on Marquette. So let's move over to the afternoon, 2:30 on the West Coast. I could be wrong there. That's 11:30. 11:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Providence, UConn, 5-4 matchup. Love this one. UConn laying 7.
And what they split in the regular season, but
UConn's gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it, Ed Cooley's not at home here, and this team. I think we have to come to the understanding that this isn't going to be the team.
yeah, you fade UConn in the tournament, not the Big East tournament.
And they, this will be a UConn crowd.
Yeah, lay the 7.
You guys are crazy. Providence has a really good offense. I know they finished poorly, but that's just to get everyone off their scent. Great at offensive rebounding, although UConn is really good at that as well. I think this is going to be a good game, but Providence is a live dog.
It's a tough matchup for Providence.
Yeah, but they've already beat them once this season. Like I think Providence comes in here with really nothing to lose. But maybe to Colby's point, UConn is a team that's going to win the, maybe making a run here in the Big East tournament and then falls apart in the actual tournament.
They're coached by Hurley. That's
their profile.
That's the
There's a
argument
reason
against.
why I was on New Mexico State money line in the first round of the tournament last year.
That's true. I think. I mean, you mentioned they beat Providence, but they also got their ass beat the last time they played. So,
I'm on Providence.
all right, classic system play for Sean. Rest of the
And Cooley, let's go.
rest of the second round, you need Seton Hall DePaul winner will take on Xavier. The 2 seed and Creighton, the 3 seed will take on the Georgetown Nova winner. All right.
He's diving
all right?
over there. He's deep diving over there. Yeah.
I'm working on this.
I don't know if he's deep diving. He's doing something though.
Mm.
All right, let's talk SEC. SEC, who by the way, Colby, they moved their conference tournament up to Tennessee.
Interesting. Right?
Interesting. What kind of moves is Rick Barnes making in the offseason?
If you told me if I had to go to Nashville or Atlanta, I think I would probably go Nashville. Right?
It wasn't Atlanta last year.
Oh, it was Tampa, right?
It's Tampa.
Yeah. Well, definitely then. I'm definitely on board with the move.
Massive upgrade
Yeah.
for anyone attending the SEC champion or tournament.
It's that new SEC money, man.
Let's go all the way to the bottom, to the top. Colby, I think the word is out. You've brought the LSU program down to the depths. They are 1,001.
Wow.
Same price as Georgetown to win their conference.
Tigers.
The 14 seed. South Carolina. I mean, at this point, just bring in Edo. He could coach better.
Well,
than
the
this,
irony with the Georgetown thing is Georgetown hired Will Wade's assistant
because they want to drop the bag
and they brought in a bunch of transfers from LSU. So that's good to see they're on the same level there.
That's maybe not a winning system. South Carolina, the Gamecocks, 12 seed. They're 800 to 1, 500 to 1.
GG Jackson.
I mean, these are some really long prices. 500 to 1 for the Georgia Bulldogs, 11 seed, and Ole Miss, 13 seed. Florida, the 8 seed, 60 to 1. Mississippi State, Hail State, the 9 seed, 50 to 1. 40 to 1 for the Vandy, the 6 seed. Missouri, the 4 seed, 25 to 1. Arkansas, the 10 seed, 12 to 1, along with Auburn, the 7 seed. Texas A&M, the 2 seed, plus 550. Oh, buzzsaw! Did Sean?
Colby has grabbed the cowbell.
Can we get a buzzsaw, Sean? 550 for Buzz and Texas A&M. 4 to 1 for Kentucky. Coach Cal, he's right where he needs to be. And then the home team, Tennessee Volunteers, the 5 seed, 3 to 1. Alabama, the 1 seed, plus 150. Who the fuck is betting on Alabama?
You gotta love if you're a Mississippi State fan.
Oh my!
How much are you in love with this setup we got right now? Because Florida doesn't have Colin Castleton; he's out for the year. They're gonna beat Florida, right? Yeah. And then guess what Mississippi State did to Alabama? They split and they almost swept them. They almost won in Tuscaloosa.
Mississippi State's defense is legit. I mean, their offense obviously is the big issue with Mississippi State, but to your point.
That's the way to beat Tennessee. Look at the teams they've lost to. I'm sorry, that's the way to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Look at the teams they lost to. Tennessee
and Alabama. It's weird. Like they haven't been the same team since the whole Brandon Miller stuff went down. Brandon Miller is still playing good, but the rest of the team, like they've, you guys tried to talk me into Texas A&M, but Alabama has like lost some close, or sorry, even their wins are like pretty close. They've had some losses,
but there's a clear-cut blueprint on how to beat them.
Yeah,
slow, melodical, methodical teams, and the way that they play defense. Look at what do they all have in common? A&M, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. They're all terrible offensive teams, but they're slow.
Yeah,
and they're efficient super efficient on defense there. So I'm all over Mississippi State there with the value because you would essentially get all the way to the semifinals. I mean, I think there's a decent shot there in the semifinals. So and then they would get potentially Tennessee or Missouri, who I think they can beat.
I was gonna say
bracket really does kind of break right for Mississippi State.
Give me Mississippi State and Missouri.
Mississippi State 50 to 1.
We penciled in Missouri months ago. I just want to get it. I want action down on this Missouri team in a tournament.
Now, if we're looking at the other side of the bracket, where obviously Arkansas, Auburn, awesome matchup. But Vandy just beat Kentucky at Rupp. Stackhouse has that team playing good, even though Liam Robbins is out for the season. There.
We said we were going to bet on Kentucky to win the SEC champion tournament
because they care about it, right? Like they get up for it.
And they also
they're going to have a shit ton of fans there.
I think they're a bad matchup for A&M too. So I'll take Kentucky and I'll take Mississippi State.
Yeah, you're
talking me into it, Colby, because I do think Kentucky, they're the motivation is there. They're the only chalky thing I'm interested in.
Wouldn't hate a Vandy play, but I just feel like I don't
know, at that price range, I like Mississippi State a lot better. To your point, because you're gonna have to beat Kentucky and then probably A&M. And then the path you laid out a great path for Mississippi State. To me, that's way more tempting. So I'm with you. I'm just gonna go Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Let's go deep dive.
Do you like any chalk, Ryan?
I mean, we had been discussing the idea that Kentucky would do this for a long time.
Yes.
So it feels a little.
And they're coming in hot. They won the last 5 of the 6.
Nice win at Arkansas.
They are dealing with a couple injuries. So maybe 3 games in 3 days.
If Alabama
limited rotation,
if Alabama gets hot, does Kentucky beat them?
Yes.
I want to take Buzz.
I mean, Alabama at plus 150 is insane.
Oh, you said if Alabama gets hot. You saying if A&M gets hot?
No, I'm saying if Alabama gets hot. I was just falling back into your model of how teams play, and if it is Alabama, A&M would be an interesting matchup there. They have to get past Kentucky though, but it may be in the world where Vandy upsets Kentucky.
If you're a Bama fan, you're hoping that Florida beats Mississippi State, and you're hoping that Missouri beats Tennessee, because I think both of those teams could give Bama fits, and then obviously A&M can give Bama fits. So you're hoping Kentucky would beat A&M.
I want a piece of Buzz right now. He's got that team. He's got that team dialed in. All right, so give me A&M, Missouri, and Mississippi State.
Even though we talked about how we all like Kentucky. Yep. Your love for Buzz is great. I mean, he's a great coach. I'm looking at Texas A&M more in the actual tournament. I think they could be interesting, but the conference tournament's going to be Kentucky or Mississippi State.
This is the exact time. I mean, I will say I can say the same thing about Coach Cal. He does. This is his time to shine. But Buzz in a short turnaround situation, it's all heart.
Hey, while we're talking SEC, Bruce Pearl would like to remind everyone. That subscribe button, youtube.com/sportsgambling-podcast. Toss us a thumbs up. Let's go.
All right, let's rattle through the first round. We got 3 p.m. on the West Coast on Wednesday, March 8th. Again, Nashville, Tennessee. Ole Miss, the 13 seed. South Carolina, the 12 seed. Ole Miss laying 5. Is this right, Colby? Wow.
Oh man,
what a matchup.
Ole Miss has quietly been really good, or at least relative. For how bad they are, they've been decent ATS, 17-4 ATS.
They fired their head coach Kermit Davis. They've been interim. They've been playing a little bit better, I feel like, with the interim. But man,
this number is way too big. They won once, and the other game was a 3-point game.
I'm with you. Give me the points.
Give me the Gamecocks.
Yeah, give me the points. I think GG Jackson's the best player on the court. He's on South Carolina. He'll be a top 10 pick next year in the NBA draft.
This number will be short of this, I think.
Yeah, I'll take South Carolina. I don't know if what has Ole Miss done to justify laying 5 points.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, I feel like they were playing better down the stretch, like the past week or two, but still, give me Carolina on the points.
Gamecocks. I mean, they started out horrible and they got maybe slightly better in conference play. I mean, they started out 1-10 in conference.
LSU, the 14 seed, 5 p.m. taking on Georgia, the 11 seed. This would be a great football game, not a great basketball game. Georgia laying a point here. I mean, how do you?
I mean, this is if you said one team has 500 plus odds difference to win this, but the spread is only 1. That makes. I mean, that alone is telling me Georgia
can't bet
is
on
the play.
Can't bet on LSU.
I'm taking LSU.
No,
really?
They have more talent. Their roster has more talent than Georgia.
They're
Georgia,
not
the only team they can beat is LSU. They've lost 5 in a row. Last win was against LSU.
That's why I like LSU though, is because I feel like they just beat Vandy the other day.
What happened to LSU? They started out pretty good, Colby, and then fell apart. What was
it's a first year coach, Matt McMahon. You know, bringing in his culture. I don't know. It's just they hit a rough patch. I thought. You know, non-conference style. I thought LSU was actually ahead of schedule. Not the case once conference play started, but I still think they're the better roster than Georgia.
I'm gonna stick with Georgia just because I've seen it, and the conference odds to win it all to me is just too crazy to ignore.
Yeah, it's crazy to think they beat Arkansas all the way back in December.
I mean, KJ Williams for LSU is good, number 2 scorer in the conference, but I'm staying with Georgia here.
Sometimes it's it's a vacation, you know, it's a trip to Tennessee. What are these LSU players up to? They're not focused on the game. Mississippi State, Hail State. Now we're on Thursday, 9 a.m. here on the West Coast. They're taking on Florida, the 8 seed. Obviously, we love Mississippi State here, right?
Yeah, especially with no Castleton. Come on.
There's a little bit of that Ewing
Mississippi State top 10 defense nationwide in points per game allowed. To Colby's point, Florida's without Castleton. Mississippi State started out super slow in SEC play, but they've turned it around. And yeah, Colby laid out a great case for why they are a fun long shot to win it all. So yeah, I'm with you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Did they lost their only match? They didn't play twice, huh?
Terrell Furman checking in the chat saying, "What's up, nerds?"
Mississippi State holds the crown of being the worst 3-point shooting team in the country as well.
Well, it's going to be an ugly, grinded out tournament victory for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Kramer, what are you doing? You're on
Hail
Smash.
State. Hail State.
Smash!
Ring the bell, Colby.
There you go. Get the official blessing.
All right. The other game here is Ole Miss and the Gamecocks winner taking on Tennessee, who will I'm certain will be a home team in that one. And then we're moving over to 3 p.m. Arkansas, the 10 seed, Auburn, the 7 seed, Bruce Pearl. I mean, you want to talk about an energy matchup at the coaching position. Shirts might come off, vocal cords might be completely ripped up. Who wins in a wrestling match?
Oh, Pearl.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he gets tired? And I mean, I kind of
Pearl's just a lot bigger. Musselman's look. I'm a big fan of Musselman as a coach.
Musselman,
really
scrappy dog.
I mean, Pearl has that psycho gene in him.
Yeah. Pearl looks like a fucking middle linebacker, bro.
You think he would?
You know what I mean?
Like, he might be a biter. I got you. I'm reading between the lines.
Pearl looks like fucking Mike Singletary. I'm on. This is an awesome first round matchup game. Essentially, technically, I guess second round, but give me Arkansas. I think they're the better team. They're healthy. They're getting healthier at the right spot. I've had questions about this Auburn team all year, but I will say this. Auburn trying to play their way into the postseason, so they might be the hungrier team in the spot. Arkansas is going to get in, but I think talent. Musselman's a great coach. I feel like as the season goes along, his teams get stronger and stronger.
You're really fading that guy, Colby.
I am.
Smash!
I'm with you. This Arkansas team, I was going to consider taking a future on them to win the conference tournament, but just breaking down their path, it just didn't make sense. But yeah, I'm with you. Auburn's frisky though. Like this to your point, probably the best game.
Auburn won the regular season matchup.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Granted, it was at the Jungle.
Yeah. They don't quite seem the same away from there.
Musselman's a guy. I'm a little Ed Cooley with Musselman in this one. I can't take Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
As
so
much
Discord gets Auburn.
I do like the sound drop though. I appreciate him for that.
So Discord's on Ole Miss, Florida, and Auburn.
Smash!
About to get smashed.
All right. So 2 major conferences, get those out of the way. We'll talk about a smaller mid-major here. Big Ten heading.
Oh, Ryan trying to throw shade on the Big Ten.
Yeah. I mean, what have they done in March lately?
12 teams over 500.
Colby, another venue change here. No longer playing this in Indy.
If they could only do, in football, if you got rid of the Big Ten tournament or the Big Ten championship in Indianapolis at that filthy roller rink, it'd be great.
Yeah.
And you should move it to Soldier.
Why not?
Yeah, let's go.
Who's voting? I mean, Lambeau, Soldier Field,
even fucking Arrowhead, and even Cleveland, the Browns
Cleveland,
Stadium. Yeah,
wherever,
just
anywhere.
not Lucas Oil. It's a terrible fucking place to catch a game.
It is odd because of. I mean, it is an odd thing for the Big Ten to do. As much as I understand it, I agree with Colby on this rare occasion. Yeah, so they're moving to the United Center, which is still a dome for the record here, for the Big Ten basketball tournament. Again, pretty impressive that a small conference like the Big Ten can afford the venue where Michael Jordan once played. Minnesota, the 14 seed, they're coming in at 1,000 to 1. Nebraska, the 11 seed, coming in at 250 to 1. This is notable. Why? They play each other in the first round. You can bet the 2 longest shots, and you're gonna have a team guaranteed in the second round of the Big Ten tournament. Ohio State, the 13 seed, and Wisconsin, the 12 seed. They're both 55 to 1. So you heard I went from 1,000 to 250 to 55 to 1. Not totally priced like a typical mid-major. Penn State, the 10 seed, they're 25 to 1, along with Rutgers, the 9 seed. Iowa, the 5 seed, 18 to 1. Michigan, the 8 seed, 17 to 1. Horrible price. Illinois, the 7 seed, 11 to 1. Northwestern, the 2 seed, getting no respect, plus 850. Maryland, the 6 seed, plus 650. By the way, did you notice how many Maryland players were showing out at the combine had a shitload of Maryland football players.
Do you know why?
Didn't turn into much on the field, unfortunately. Michigan State 4 seed plus 600, Indiana the 3 seed plus 550, and Purdue the favorite, the 1 seed, they're plus 145. Just made me laugh how many defensive players were working out from Maryland at the combine.
Oh, Loxley's a Saban guy. They got that Under Armour money. They're bringing in players, but they got to win games.
Yeah, win games. Win some games.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to break down on this Big Ten. Zach Edey, Big Ten Player of the Year. Purdue hasn't won the conference tournament since 2009. Purdue started out 3-4. They went 22-1 since. And really, we got to talk about the Penn State Nittany Lions finishing super strong to go 5-1, and even that loss was a 3-point loss at home to Rutgers. That's a bad loss, but other than that, they beat Northwestern in Chicago. There, they home win against Maryland, beat Ohio State, Minnesota, Illinois. This team is dialed in, and you got Jalen Pickett, who you want to talk about a guy just helping carry his team to a Big Ten Conference Tournament championship. Love the Nittany Lions here, 25-1 to win the Big Ten Conference Tournament. They could beat Illinois, we know that, and they could beat Northwestern. They just did it, and then next thing you know, you're in the semifinals.
They did it on a buzzer beater.
Those wins still count, Colby.
I got the Illini taking them down, ruining their postseason chances.
Wow.
Help Sean out. I
Yeah.
mean, he's disrespecting the scuba helmet right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to. If you're gonna deep dive, you want to go to the Nebraska Cornhuskers because they're red hot down the stretch. The mayor, aka Fred Hoiberg, doing a great job, man. Doing a great job. So I think if you're gonna take a very long shot, if you really want to deep dive to the bottoms of the Big Ten Ocean, you got to go to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Give me them as the long shot.
Oh, I love it. I love the way what you're talking about right now, Colby. It's a mid-major. Why not? A team could get hot.
Yeah, they have been hot. They've been playing better. Been playing a lot better.
They don't have a single tough team on their side of the bracket either.
You kind of gotta look at that bracket and say what they just beat Maryland, so they could beat Maryland.
No need to hedge with Minnesota at 1,000-1 just in case.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because if Minnesota wins, they're not doing anything. But to your point, you're making a decent case for Nebraska. I'll sprinkle a little bit on Nebraska.
Oh yeah, we're all agreeing there.
And
three swords to the middle.
And to me, you got to look. Your Penn State. Your Penn State angle, I understand it from motivation. They're trying to play their way into the NCAA tournament.
Just went there, dude.
But currently they are in, right?
No, I think they're right on that line. I think that
Lenardi has them in.
Yeah, but it depends if you go to some other ones.
Colby doesn't worry.
If you go to some other ones, they're not in. But
Lenardi's lost his fastball.
I'm just saying they're right on that cusp of that, and so. I think you look at another team that's on the outside that might be hungry, like the Michigan Wolverines, who get Rutgers. Rutgers has been ass ever since Mag left there. Mag got injured for them, their big man. So Michigan's going to beat Rutgers, and then they get to play Purdue. We know we love Purdue. Purdue folds up like a lawn chair every March, right? So you love that spot.
Not in this spot, they don't, right?
I mean, I could see it. Dickinson against Edey. I could see Michigan getting it done. So I will take action on actually.
You think Michigan can take down Michigan State?
I'm taking Michigan and Michigan State, so I don't have to worry about that. Those are my plays there.
So you like Michigan at 17-1, Michigan State at 6-1.
Wow. Okay.
And Nebraska.
I'm with you. Michigan State is my chalky play. Again, this is just it's Tom Izzo time. It's the tournament. They show up. And they have a really good team. I mean, and look at their path. Like they got the double bye, so they start out in the third round. I think they have a pretty generous path here as the 4 seed.
Yeah, give me Iowa and Nebraska too. I'm playing the corn angle.
Iowa at 18-1 and Nebraska at 250-1.
Yep. Nothing else required. I like you guys talking about Michigan State. But.
No, Michigan State. I'm going to be all over in the regular tournament as well. This Michigan State team is legit.
Iowa would match up against them. Little drama, revenge. Think they remember?
You're assuming I was just going to get past Wisconsin battle of the white guys.
Yeah.
You better hope Ohio State picks off Wisconsin.
Much better.
I think that's a better matchup for Iowa than Wisconsin.
Well, if Michigan State plays Iowa, they're going to be so pissed after that game they lost in the regular season. Love that. They're gonna. Izzo's not going to let them lose to Iowa.
Or they'll be too focused on it.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Distraction.
They're laser focused.
Izzo definitely has lost his fastball a little bit, Sean. This is a little bit.
Next, you say Jim Boeheim's lost his fastball.
Well,
right?
he has.
Yeah.
See, Colby, be careful with Michigan State here.
I'm okay with Michigan State. I think Izzo still got a lot more gas left in the tank than Boeheim.
Sean's up on the jet ski cruising around right now. just leaning into old tenants of take Izzo. All right, first round.
Let's go.
Ohio State 13 seed, Wisconsin 12 seed. Ohio State massive ass. Give me Wisconsin.
I think Ohio State pulls off the upset here. Going with the Buckeyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Based on what?
They've been playing better. The final week of the season, they're the more talented roster.
They're still alive for the tournament, I've heard.
It's not a crazy play. Not a crazy play. Holtman's coaching for his job. You saw Ewing do it a couple years ago.
Holtman's got a job. He's moving on.
He'll be. Oh yeah. In general.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back next year.
Yeah.
I don't think Ohio State has tolerance for being a 13 seed.
Ohio State, relatively, they won 2 of the last 3.
They're the better roster.
Yeah, better team.
Yeah.
But Wisconsin did win the only meeting this year, 65-60. This is not, and little note here for the Big Ten Conference Tournament. No teams participating in the first day of games have won more than 2 games in the tournament. So if you're thinking, which is probably not great for the Nebraska play.
What do you mean? It's called breaking the mold. It's called their due.
So you're on Wisconsin, Ryan. You're on the Badgers as the dog. I'm with Colby. Let's take Ohio State.
Good luck. Minnesota taking on Nebraska. This is 5:30 here on the West Coast.
Lay it
on Wednesday the 8th. Yeah, Minnesota away from the barn. This is the worst version of Minnesota ever. Maybe ever.
Minnesota's been ice cold since January 16th. They've only won 1 game, and that was at home to Rutgers, where they won by 1 point. I mean, I think 7 points is. I would have made this like 8.5. Nebraska all day.
My numbers got this at like 25.
So Kramer, you're also on Nebraska.
They did go to overtime earlier this year, but yeah. I mean, come on, we got Nebraska 250 to
in the new year. It's like the Gophers' New Year's resolution was just to suck as hard as possible.
Do any of these teams make the Sweet 16
in the whole entire Big Ten?
Yeah. How many Big Ten teams will we have in?
I need to see the bracket, but let's go with let's go with
say 2.
Yeah.
0. I'll say
really.
0. I'll say 2.
See, this is Ryan. This is Ryan being emotional. Everyone talking so much shit on the ACC.
Yeah,
who is the Big Ten? Next thing you know, Kramer's like quietly
Colby, how's
a SEC fan. The way they just root for their entire conference. Look at him going to bat for the SEC.
I'm a Pac-12 guy. Pac-12 guy.
We're doing the Pac-12 later today.
Wednesday, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Rutgers, the 9 seed. Michigan, the 8 seed. This spread stinks. If you had your lasers focused, Colby, you'd be saying this is Courtney Love. It doesn't make any sense.
Take Rutgers.
Choke job.
Please take Rutgers.
Give me Rutgers. Michigan chokes.
Is it a choke if you're just a 1 point favorite?
They should be. Well, Colby would tell you they should be much bigger than 1. This is surprising to you that they're only 1. Yes.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, Rutgers. if you're looking at the whole year,
Rutgers without Mawat Mag are 2-6 straight up.
Yeah.
That's a huge injury for them.
And Michigan's gonna fuck them up, dude. Michigan's gonna win this by double digits, I think.
I mean, I guess maybe you're a little worried about Michigan keeps sending games to OT, but you have a couple days rest here.
It's a must-win game for Michigan. It's a must-win game for Michigan. I mean, I guess you could say it's a must-win for Rutgers too, but.
And Michigan, they've gone to the tourney every year since 2015. This is a lot on the line for the program. I'm with you. Michigan,
no pressure.
Potential lock it up.
The line doesn't
Penn State does play. So.
Line doesn't stink at all. So, shout out to the chat, D-Gen legend Cash Juno.
Oh,
big fan.
Wondering if you missed the Talkify read, Sean.
Talkify will be back shortly.
Yeah, again, it was a safety issue. too many. You can't you can't merge reads of too many different genre types. Ohio State, Wisconsin winner will take on Iowa, the 5 seed at 11 a.m. on the West Coast. Then we're moving along to 3:30, where Penn State, Sean's Nittany Lions. They'll be taking on the Illini. -2 for the 7 seed.
Penn State red hot. Jalen Pickett.
You don't mean this.
What don't I mean?
You don't mean this.
You know, Champagne's not that far from Chicago, Kramer.
Oh, Penn State. There's going to be quite a contingency.
You think so?
Oh, there's a lot.
They haven't cared about basketball since fucking John Amici.
Football school,
right?
That's why they're going to get fired up.
Yeah,
I mean, they can shoot the 3 ball and just end this game, and that's how they're going to win the tourney. Just shooting the ball,
get hot,
shooting the 3 ball well. Top 10 in the country in the 3 ball.
Nope. Illinois -2.
Told you he's driving his jet ski around over there.
Yeah, he
this
went
is about to just hit a manatee. Keep driving.
You want to talk about a lock? This is a lock, Sean.
Wow.
Yes.
That is just bad advice to the audience, right?
What do you mean?
Penn State's a nice, NIT team. It's a nice story. Nice story. It's like Quiznos, Sean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, great organization. Unlike
didn't
Subway,
they go under? Are they still active?
Quiznos is alive and well.
Thought they were only in airports.
There's no Quiznos Jared roaming around. I'll tell you that much.
What does that mean?
I mean, there's a guy, Ryan. If you've ever paid attention to news, there's a guy. You may have I know you were a big Jared Subway fan back in the day, but turns out he was not the nice guy that you thought he was.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, my
Ryan used to be 400 pounds, lost a lot of weight on the Subway diet.
Honestly, I Quiznos was probably the winner versus Subway in overall taste. Neither
Quiznos,
very awesome.
March 14th, 2014, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Sean.
Yeah, a little bankruptcy. Never
really. They're gone. Subway survived.
I think there's Quiznos in the Philippines seems to be thriving.
It's a different kind of sandwich. I do like a good
Philippines is where Jared likes to go on some tourism.
He likes a bond.
Used to.
He's locked up.
Yeah.
He likes a good.
Someone, I don't know if it was, maybe it was faked, obviously, but someone tweeted out a photo of their local Subway that still had Jared on the menu thing.
Oh no!
Like they still had a photo of Jared. They just never replaced it.
Were they not?
Is that better than Romo? Do you go Romo or do you go Jared? Which one's the better?
I mean,
the better sell.
Jared made some mistakes, but what Tony Romo did was unforgivable.
They really did. Well, from one horrible person to the next.
All right, time for our locks. Brought to you by Shady Rays. Head over to shadyrays.com. Use that promo code SGPN. Get some sweet discounts on some sweet ass shades. Kramer, what do you got?
Sweet ass. All right, lock number 1. Give me Seton Hall. Lock.
I mean, I'm on Seton Hall, but I don't know if that's a lock potential.
Ooh. Lock number 2. We're heading to the SEC, where obviously Hail State -1. Lock number 3, the Illini against Sean's Nittany Lions.
Oh man, guys are poking the bear, the cocaine bear.
Poking the shit out of that bear.
Kramer, do you have a dog you want to bet?
Yep, I'm gonna take the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Shout out to Shane Beamer, doing a great job there.
Michael in the chat saying sweet ass shades. Thank you, Michael. Polarized lenses are really pretty badass. Can't wait to hit the slopes with these guys. All right, Big East, my Big East lock.
I didn't know Sean was such a polarizing guy.
What am I gonna do here? I'll do Villanova -11. Just keep it chalk.
It's the little things, Colby.
For my SEC lock, what are we gonna do here? Arkansas, I like. You know what? I'll keep it. Mississippi State -1, and for my Big Ten lock, give me the Nittany Lions +2 for my dog. Never go against Ed Cooley as a dog. Let's go, Providence. Fry on Friars.
We got to be careful because
just trying to rage Colby.
That was a full like a jet ski palette right there. You have all just teams that Sean likes with his heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not deep sea diving anymore.
I'm just saying he's cruising around fucking eastbound and
he's
down
in a hot tub right now. All right, that's what he's doing.
You think there's a hot tub on the jet ski?
I would. Your guys are acting like hot tubs aren't cool.
It's a motorized hot tub that you can cruise around on top of the water.
I am locking up Villanova -11.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
you're getting in the hot tub with John.
just dipping my foot in for a second.
Oh, be careful! The ocean's gonna feel really cold when you go back in.
then we're gonna go with.
Do you wear a wetsuit in the hot tub?
You know what? The hot tub is sounding good. Give me Mississippi State -1.
So Colby makes fun of my picks and then does the same picks.
Then let's go over.
Colby's up at the bait shop.
It's Michigan -1 in the Big Ten. Michigan -1 is the play.
Nice pivot.
The dog is the DePaul Blue Demons. Seton Hall struggles to score the ball. This is going to be a 1 or 2 possession game. Anything can happen in March, Sean. Give me the Blue Demons on the money line.
That's a bad play.
Anything can happen in March. Hey, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. I'm going to be announcing some winners. I got to get some good reviews over on Apple Podcasts. Got $100 SGPN gift card. Itching, it's burning a hole in my pocket. Wow. I need that perfect review.
That might
to
not
give
be,
it out.
Might not be the gift card.
Well, it could be some store clone equipment for you, Ryan. What else do we got? Of course, download the SGPN app. Got a bunch of contests coming up over there, and stay tuned. More conference tournament previews coming up.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Shout out to the Big East and SEC.
Kramer, let it ride.